Hello my friends, it is I, your friendly neighborhood Russian. Well, it has finally come in, the first ever Loot Crate Gaming. And just by chance it happened to come in at the exact same time as Nerd Block Arcade. So for today's unboxing video, we shall unbox both of these at the exact same time and do a comparison to see which box is better. Now, both of these claim to be about $60 value. Both cost about $20 a month plus shipping when you buy it in by month-to-month subscription version. So we shall see who has the better box. And of course now, we shall go to the unboxing. Well, hello my friends, we are back, and now within the proper unboxing frame, we shall now begin with the slitting open the tape and seeing what goodies lie within, before comparing Loot Crate Gaming to Nerd Block Arcade. First off, may the force be with us. Yet, no luck there. But, what goodies lie within? Of course, as you can see, we start off with the shirt that is from Loot Crate Arcade. This is, of course, actually official Nintendo licensed product. Oh, I remember you used to see those on the N64 games or the Game Boy cartridges, and was so excited when those came out as little kid in Mother Russia. It is brings back so many memories getting to see the official Nintendo seal of approval. Of course, though, the shirt itself is in the large Russian size. It is various characters, items, enemies from, of course, the Mario video game. Looking at this, since this looks like it has Luigi as well, this would be Super Mario Brothers from original Nintendo system, I believe. But don't quote me on that, because my gaming history is a little bit out of date. Going into next item, we have socks. These are from Elder Scrolls Skyrim. These are crew cut. They have the Elder Scrolls Skyrim dragon logo embossed into them. I have to say, I don't particularly care for socks in these crates. Oh, but at least this is a Loot Crate exclusive, so I know none of you other nerds shall ever get your hands on it. But seriously, I do not particularly like getting socks inside of a crate, just because I have very large feet, and generally the socks seem to be running always so small. And I just, yeah, eat through 12. I just do not like socks, because they can never give me socks that will actually fit. Okay, apparently the theme, as always, for all of these loot crates, they always have a theme. This month's is apparently for March 2016, is going to be Legacy, if I can get this into actually autofocus correctly. There we go. Now, I like that they've moved away from the buttons and started including these nicer pins. These are much higher quality, much nicer as a collectible item, personally. I enjoy these pins a lot. So far, Loot Crate has kept on giving us some standard stuff that I've come to expect. Let's see if anything particularly stands out. Shadowloo logo pin replica. Of course, from Street Fighter. This is the one that the Bison wears. Of course! Being his most remembered line, thanks to Nostalgia Critic. This is pin. Is this going to be plastic or... Oh. This isn't plastic. This isn't cheap plastic, thankfully. Which is nice. Actually does feel sort of like a metallic finish, so, and there's some weight to it. So it's a nice quality pin that came in this crate that will probably look good on wearing in some cosplay at some time if I ever get the Street Fighter body. Yes, fat Russian nerd dressed up as any of the Street Fighter characters. Probably not end so well at cosplay event. Now, is this beer cozy? Yet. This is... oh, the Master Chief hooded scarf. I'm not quite sure what hooded scarf means, but it is Loot Crate exclusive item at least. What is a hooded scarf supposed to mean? it is... Okay, so it's not hooded scarf, it is hat with scarf attached to it, is more like it. Of course, it's got the little Master Chief helmet to the back side of it, at least on the back, so that it then wraps around in front. Interesting little hat item, hopefully she'll be good in these very cold Russian winters. Of course, Loot Crate exclusive, which is always nice to see when you're purchasing these crates. It's nice to see one-of-a-kind items that only you will ever get to own if you subscribe to the crate. So that's now 2 of these that we have, or correction, 3, because the pin is also a limited edition. And I take that back, actually, again, 4, because technically the Loot Crate pin is also a limited exclusive to Loot Crate, because only Loot Crate would give you a Loot Crate pin. Now we have Heroes of the Storm vinyl figurines. These, of course, being Funko. Thank goodness they did not include full-sized Funko bobblehead. Yeah, the Pops minifigure. Getting a little tired of those personally. I already have one of these from another crate. Hopefully they don't give me the same one. Now cross your fingers, because now that I've identified that I have already received this guy another crate, I can guarantee you he will be what's inside this one. This just goes to show, always keep longer fingernails on your friendly neighborhood Russian. Okay, cutting the cellophane away. Okay, we have now returned, this time with the box undone from its cellophane wrapping. So let us see what collectible minifigure is inside this one. Please not earth this. Ooh, the suspense is killing me. And I apologize to all of those who are watching with headphones on. Yes, I did not get the same figurine. Instead, I get crazy purple dude with a dead fish. He's carrying some sort of head. I'm unfortunately not familiar with what this guy is from. I apologize again. It's obviously from Blizzard, but since everything else here seems to be Blizzard related. Yep, and he's copyright Blizzard, but I unfortunately have no idea who this guy is or what he is supposed to do. So if any of you can put in comments below who this guy is, and please do so. And of course, this is the last item that comes with the Loot Crate. Of course, it lets booklet explaining everything that's in here. Ready Player One. I think they gave us that book in the main Loot Crate a while back. I think they're supposed to be making a movie out of that soon. That's supposed to come out. Of course, then the little histories behind all of these. Who's Who in Shadowloo. The Heroes of Doom, favorite Skyrim socks, surprising facts about Mario. And then, of course, the one lucky winner. To get the part advertisement, part nerd rage causer. Of course, they tell you what the one lucky winner gets. Of course, this one appears to be all Razor gear. That who subscribed to Loot Crate Gaming would get all of this cool stuff in his crate. Which, I admit, some of these items in the winner get, some of them are interesting that I will get to. Others are just ludicrously expensive, and I am envious, but not enough to actually go out and buy a good portion of these. But so that is Loot Crate Gaming. Now we shall unbox the Nerdblock Arcade, and then do side-by-side comparison of which one is better. Okay, we have the Nerdblock Arcade, which is supposed to be about the same dollar value equivalency. Granted, when doing the comparison, I wasn't figuring in that much what the dollar value of this stuff is. The shirt alone, to buy it in store, maybe about $20, so that's a third of the price right there. Some of those pins would probably get up there. I guess the Loot Crate would be about $50-$60 in retail. Of course, what it costs them to manufacture this stuff, the markup is ridiculous. But we shall see if Arcade Block, who generally seems to have some nicer items in it in comparison, at least in my opinion, is able to compete against Loot Crate Gaming. Of course, we start off again with shirt. This time, again, another classic. I almost said classic Nintendo, and then I saw Deadpool on the top of it. Not so classic Nintendo. This one is, of course, Marvel from Nerd Block. This apparently is the Deadpool version of, what do you call it? The Deadpool version of what is classic Nintendo game? Oh, Donkey Kong. Yes, Donkey Kong. And of course there you see the letters and Deadpool trying to get down to his famous chimichangas. I like these types of shirts better, honestly, when they are these more ingenious mix-up, the combo, or whatever the terminology would be, where you get to include multiple types of genres all in one. Granted, the Nintendo Mario shirt is very nice licensed Nintendo classic, but this has so much more imagination in it personally. Plus with Deadpool being so popular because his great movie came out, I cannot wait to see sequels to that, and I hopefully see a little bit more Deadpool. No, I don't. I see Resident Evil inside of here. This is apparently the 20th anniversary. This is Nemesis. I believe he was... Tyrant came out in the first one? Was it? Nemesis, I believe, was Resident Evil 2. It's been so long since I got to play the game, so I apologize. Of course, this one does come across as exclusive item. And it's just a nice little figurine of Nemesis. Of course, with all the Capcom legalese on the bottom of it. But just a nice little Nemesis figurine standing there with his missile launcher. This would be, in real life, it looks sort of like a American Stinger missile launcher. It looks kind of like a cross between American Stinger missile launcher and a Russian Calais, but I'm not sure which one that was supposed to be in the video game. It's a nice little figurine though, nice little details, a little heft to it, so it's not just the cheap vinyl put together. You can even see, I'm not sure if it comes across in the camera that well, the nice little leathery effects from his apron as it goes around trying to murder you. Now, a little bit more nostalgia for me. This is, of course, Mega Man. And again, I apologize to those of you with headphones. He looks like a Mad Muppet from the Muppet Show, honestly. Yeah, not much information here. Always a quick study. Mega Man has an uncanny ability to learn new skills on their own. Although the Mega Man timeline is probably only slightly less confusing than the Zelda timeline, so I'm not even going to try to figure out where this guy falls into. But yeah, he sort of looks like a Mad Muppet. I could just see this guy on the Muppet Show being like some pessimistic, sarcastic character under Kermit the Frog. Oh well, that is a Mega Man, and now to see the next one. This one feels like it has parts in it, and it says nesting dolls. So, does it say what this is from? Is this Pokemon? Well, I unfortunately cannot remember what this is from. It's a nice little nesting doll kit, of course, made in China instead of Mother Russia. With, well, it's got more than 2 nesting dolls in it, I'll give it that. Not sure if that's supposed to be a blemish or is actually supposed to be there on the character's head. Well, since it is on all the characters' head, except for the first guy, I'm thinking it's supposed to be there. Okay, so this is Pokemon. At least this Pokeball is... And it goes so small. Okay, so I was correct that this is Pokemon. I'm trying to remember which Pokemon this... Okay, this is the Pokeball. This is... maybe Togepi? This would be the Charmander into Charizard evolution? Maybe? Not quite sure which one this is. Oh well, let the nerd rage commence in the comments below if you can figure out what on earth that is. Oops. Okay, while I quickly clear up the nesting dolls. Yeah, now going back into the nerd block, we then have Just Cause 3. This is hopefully grappling hook memo clip. So it's obviously not full-sized, and it appears to be a nerd block exclusive on bottom. Certainly enough protective packaging they include in this thing. Just Cause 3. Okay, and apparently we need to get out the knife again. Okay, let us see. Okay, so this is paperweight that sits on desk, and then you put the little notes in this little clip here, so it looks like you're victoriously grabbing whatever post-it note happens to be floating in the air at that time. I have to say, it's a nice little statuette / paperweight. This is a very nice idea, even somewhat gimmicky. If a gimmick is done correctly, it is great. It's only when gimmicks are obviously and painfully and just TFS done, that's when gimmicks are horrible. But it looks like that, of course, we have the Resident Evil... Oh, this is Resident Evil 3 figure, Nemesis. And then, of course, the Pokemon nesting dolls, the... Apparently everything in Arcade Block was exclusive on this particular one. And then, of course, in April, we'll be getting you new exclusives from Borderlands with some Legend of Zelda and Assassin's Creed. This shall, of course, sit here inside of our memo clip grappling hook launcher thingy and remind us of what goodies come next month. Yeah, alright, and now it comes down to final comparison between the Loot Crate, which is on the right, and Nerd Block, which is on the left. Which subscription box is better? Well, they both are about, I believe, $20 per month plus shipping and handling when you buy it month to month. Of course, the monthly price does go down a little bit if you buy it in either quarterly or semi-annual or just the full year up front options for both of these. The amount of exclusivity is about the same between the two. The only one thing, the two things that aren't exclusive on the Loot Crate, which are on the right, are the shirt, I believe, and the little Pops random minifigure. The Nerd Block has much more exclusive items on each shelf. Some of the items, to me, look a little bit nicer, higher quality. I am, of course, always a fan of the Loot Crate pins. That's my probably biggest thing that I enjoy collecting. I don't know, I'm just strange that way. So when it comes down to a choice between the two of these, which one is better? It is a tough one. For me, it comes down to personal preference. This month, I prefer the Nerd Block between the two of these. Loot Crate has very strong, powerful opening for its gaming service. It's very great box, very nice items. But because that I don't wear that type of hoodie, and as I see it, I do not like socks in my Loot Crate, I have to just give it over to Nerd Block as my personal choice, which one is better. Now, next month, hopefully, Loot Crate will get rid of the clothing items and put in some more of the exclusivity stuff that Nerd Block does, in which case it may switch all over again. Which one is better? We will just have to see. Hello again, my friends. Spasiba, and thank you for watching your friendly neighborhood Russian. If you like the video, please hit the big thumbs up button down below. It will help us go higher up in YouTube ratings, and one day we just might conquer the YouTubes. And if you'd like to be made aware of when new friendly neighborhood Russian videos become available, please hit the big red subscribe button down below. And remember, if we catch you hitting big thumbs up button down below, we have no gumption about sending Russian Spetsnazi after you. Again, spasiba, thank you for watching, and remember, business puchaya!